Hello, lovely ladies. I'm so happy that you're here. And I just want to welcome you into this new space, this new rhythm that I have decided to create. I've just back from Ibiza. I've just had a lovely week away with my lovely fella, and it's just been so nice to relax. This is Moon, by the way. She will no doubt make an appearance. Buddha's just round the corner here. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to open up really with this first video to invite you in. Those of you that I know that have been with me for many years, and also new ladies too that have signed up for the email and decided to join. So um, yeah, I'll share a little bit about the yoga method, the embodied feminine, the Wild Woman Academy. Um, this idea of embodiment, what that means, and how we use, many different practices to help us with that. And I also want to share within these videos um, really a lot of stuff about women and how women navigate life, how they manage, how they cope, and hopefully a few tools that will help you with that as well. So if you don't know me already, I'm Andrea. I'm the founder of the Wild Woman Academy and the creator of the Embodied Feminine Yoga Method. And for many years, I've been building this business on many different different tangents. I've been all over the place. Um, but I find myself now in my 59th year and really, really feel that everything has come together in such a beautiful way that yeah, I'm just ready to share the method and how it all works. So I just want to link that in really to last week in Ibiza. And some of you will know I've had quite a time. My partner's been very poorly. He's been in hospital, nearly died at Christmas. And it's been tough. It's been quite a challenge to keep the business running, keep the family support there, um, and support a partner who's been really sick. So last week in Ibiza was kind of like a pivotal time where we actually celebrated getting there for a start off. It's somewhere that I always run retreats from. And this time it was time for me and time for my partner. And so I took him around, showed him some of the things that we do on retreats, and he absolutely loved it. And we loved it together. It was just beautiful to experience it. But what happened when I got there, um, for the first couple of days, it was as if like I want to think about it like a traffic, like somebody brakes hard and then all the traffic kind of comes up behind. And that's basically what happened to me. So we stopped, we got there, journeyed there. We'd had a busy time up until obviously there's been a lot of emotional tension, a lot of stress and all the stuff going on. And then we got to Ibiza, got to our hotel, got settled in, and then it was like everything started like coming up to the surface for me, especially. And so I had some time, a couple of days, which were quite tough, and I was on the beach, we were in the sea, and it was just lovely to just to have that time and space to be able to really feel into like how do I want to um live going forwards and how, what's sustainable for me. I'm really looking at the moment my energy capacity and the capacity I have for the work that I do and how I hold that and so that I can hold more women and support them. And so really the work, everything that I'm sharing really here now has really been kind of born out of my own journey of remembering this idea of just remembering who I am and coming back to myself. And what I'd love to really share through all of the teachings. I don't know where this is going to go. This is literally my pretty much my first day in a new rhythm, in a new flow. And my plan is how I would like to go forwards is to move a little bit away from social media. That for me has been something that's been um, I've felt a little bit out of alignment with for quite some time. Um, and so what I'd like to do is just to create these more embodied spaces in through the YouTube and email method that gives you a bit more time as well, so that you can just sit down and be with rather than scrolling and, pulling away a little bit from that kind of pattern. I think that we've all got into, me as well. Um, so that we can really start to tap into the wisdom of our bodies, of our intuition. The videos are not going to be perfect, I can tell you that much. And they may be a bit hit and miss. So I'm going to try. There's only me in the background, I might add as well. So there's just me here doing all the work. I do the filming, I've not quite gotten to editing yet. I don't know how to do that yet. Um, but the plan is that I'll just share really what's on my heart, what I'm working with um, in my own practices, share some of the yoga method. I'd like to share some of the goddess work that I do and some journaling and cacao and all of the things that really come under this kind of Wild Woman Academy umbrella, the method. And what I learned in Ibiza last week is the method works. So when I was in my little funk for the first few days, I came back to the method, the daily rhythm, getting up early, sitting with cacao, journaling, oracle cards, moving my body with yoga, walking, um, in nature, resting, working with nervous system nourishment that I'm just going a little deeper into just now. And it works. It really works. And these things work when we do them. And we also forget, and I forget too. And so part of this the way that I'd like to work going forwards and the way that I'd like to invite you in going forwards is without making anything bad or wrong, and knowing and honoring our humanness, that a lot of these practices will help you to be in rhythm. We're going to be working with the moon energies, and they will be the guide for the month. We'll also be working with seasonal energy as well. So the season that we're in, um, the practices we can work with to bring balance during that season. And also like storytelling, um, sharing what is, what's present for me at the moment, um, running a business, having a family, having grandchildren, having a partner, an elderly dad, and a dog, two cats, a house, and running all those things, like I think I said in one of the videos that I did before, like, just because we do this work, it doesn't mean that we're, floating around farting fairy dust. It's just not a thing. We have lives and humanness to deal with as well and to navigate. So um yeah, over the years, I think the years I've been doing the work, running retreats, teaching yoga, running women's circles, you know, uh, teaching dance, the belly dance and all of that. Um, it's just really bringing me back to this idea of simplicity. So how can we make things a little bit more simple? Um, my word for the year this year was actually ease. So how can things be easeful and still honor, honor the human and the spiritual and all of those things. So how I'm planning to flow with this is that each week I will share on a Monday an email with a link to a video, and I will also put up a blog I'm planning to also upload onto SoundCloud so that if you just prefer to listen, you can do that. And each week we'll explore around the cycle of the moon. So beginning with the new moon, where we might be looking at the month ahead, reflecting on the month that's passed, working with a few journal prompts, some meditation, cacao, um, to kind of like set an intention for the month ahead. And then as the waxing moon begins, um, the plan there is to share some embodied movement practice. Again, I'll probably include some journal prompts, whatever's rising for me. This is, for me, it's water element and it's all about flow and rasa, and we'll be working with things to nourish rasa. Then as we move up to full moon in this lovely sacred woman energy, all of the moons have a archetype with them. We'll be looking at boundaries and how we maintain them, how we set them, um, working with nervous system regulation tools. And then as the waning moon comes in, which is where we're at this week, actually. So I'm going to begin with that. Um, Again, having grounding practices that help us to kind of wind down and in as we move and transition back into the new moon flow. So with the rhythm, well, I'll be within all of that. We'll be working with, I think, the full moon. I feel like I'm going to probably work with a goddess each month. And so I'll work with some goddess energy, a goddess yoga session probably. And you'll get a full class for that. So this is the plan. And hopefully I'll stick to the plan. Um, and yeah, I'm just just really excited to begin this new flow. And I'm just so glad that you're here. And yeah, I just want to invite that you just take what nourishes you, leave what doesn't. Um, we're really here tapping into the wisdom of our own bodies as we, move more into this embodied way of being, and trusting your own inner wisdom and inner guidance with it as well. So yeah, welcome to this new chapter. Welcome to the embodied feminine. And yeah, I'm so grateful and I'm so happy that you're here. So I'm going to finish this session with an opening. And this is an opening that's inspired me for many years. It's one that I work with at the beginning of all my trainings and all of my circles. And it's inspired by the lovely Lynette Allen from her book, A Woman's Blessing. And so I'd love to light a candle and welcome you into the space in June. So just sending you all some beautiful light from our candle. And this is one of the rituals I would really invite that you kind of bring into your daily life, is just to light a candle, um, place it in front so you can take your eyes to gaze into the flame. And each day, and maybe you start with this each day, you light a candle, um, you welcome this day that will never come again. So we have this day, and this day is not started yet. It's not even begun. And we can make choices that help us to create days that are beautiful, which then lead into lives that are beautiful. And I was talking to someone yesterday about how do we create lives that feel like we're on holiday every single day? And that was one of the inspirations really from Ibiza that I got. So I'd like you just to bring your hands into prayer position at your heart for a moment and just take a nice deep breath in. To the women who held us our whole lives, we give great thanks. To the women around us who dance with us, sing with us, and impart their love and wisdom to us on a daily basis, we give great thanks. To the wise women of our futures, the ones who are not yet born and the ones who are still so young but teach us the most. And our beautiful women here in our circle, we give great thanks. And our circle and this new rhythm, this new flow is now open. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video. Lots of love.